Hi, my English enthusiasts. I'm really happy to see you today. I'm really happy to speak to you today. It's a sheer pleasure. In this video, I'm going to share some facts about present simple and its uses. It's a sheer pleasure to be talking to you once again, and I'm really happy that you're watching. Thanks for that. Now, today I'm going to share with you some basic information on present simple, what it is and how to use it. Yes, a little bit of grammar today, but don't worry, before you throw the computer through the window or fall asleep, I just want to remind you that you're watching English Briefly, so I'm not going to torture you with a long lecture with boring grammar. Well, this grammar is quite interesting, I have to say, so we'll be having fun, I hope. Okay, so it's time to talk about our sweet grammar. So just briefly, I'd like to point out that sentences in English are based on particular patterns. Present simple, the simplest one. But there are some things that you have to remember. A positive sentence consists of first person, then a verb, and the rest of the sentence. So, what persons are there? Well, this is easy. There's singular, I, you, he, she, and it, and plural, we, you, they. So we need to remember that we build positive sentences in a similar way, with an exception when the subject is the third person singular, which is he, she, or it. In that case, you need to add an ending s or es or ies to the verb. As simple as that. Let's look at some examples. I run in the morning. You run in the morning, he runs in the morning, she runs in the morning, and it runs in the morning. And then again, we run in the morning, you guys run in the morning, and they all run in the morning. As simple as that. Pretty easy, isn't it? To make a negative sentence, we need something called auxiliary verb. This is a word which is functional. It has a function to show us the grammar structure that we're currently using. So in the present simple case, it's do or does. Do or does. When you want to make a negative sentence, you need to blend this do-does auxiliary verb with this little word not. And if you add not to do, you get don't. If you add not to does, you get doesn't. Don't and doesn't. So the pattern is this. Person, either don't or doesn't, and the verb, this time without any additional ending, because does has the ending itself. So let's take a look at some examples. Oh, you use don't to most of the persons and doesn't to he, she, it subject. Examples. I don't run in the morning. You don't run in the morning. He doesn't run in the morning. She doesn't run in the morning. It doesn't run in the morning. We don't run in the morning, you don't run in the morning, and they don't run in the morning. It's just that. Next, we've got questions. To make a question, you simply need to invert the person and the auxiliary verb, which means to swap places of, for example, I and do, because in a question you normally don't use not, so it's not don't or doesn't, but do and does now. So, an example. Do I run in the morning? Do you run in the morning? Now, third person singular. Does he run in the morning? Does she run in the morning? Does it run in the morning? And again, plural. Do we run in the morning? Do you run in the morning? Do they run in the morning? So this is it. That's how you make questions. Now, this is a yes or no question. You can make short answers to those, and they are simply built like this. Do you run in the morning? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he run in the morning? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. And so on. The pattern here is do or does, the person, and the verb, again without any additional endings. If you want to ask a question about a particular information, not an open question, then you want to put a question word at the beginning of the pattern. So you can ask, for instance, do you run in the morning? You can add where and get where do you run in the morning? When do you run in the morning? Or how do you run in the morning? Or how come you run in the morning? Or what time do you run in the morning? And so on and so on. You can put many different ones. Alright guys, so I think we're through the forming stage. Now we can move on to the usage. So when do we use present simple? And pay attention, because here you may or may not, but some of you probably will hear some useful and additional information to what you already know. So the first rule, the simplest one, is routines. Routines means something that we do with some frequency. It happens every day at this time, or every couple of days, or when you talk about things that you do all over again with some particular frequency. She goes to bed at 10 every night. I normally wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, then I have a shower, eat some breakfast, and rush out to work. They water their plants twice a week, on Mondays and on Fridays. They have a beautiful garden. Rule 2. Habits. This one links to the previous rule, because habits are something that we are used to doing, or sometimes we have to do because we are so used to doing them. So if they are our habits, we do them often, and that links to the previous rule. Let's hear some examples. I drink a lot of coffee. I don't smoke cigarettes. He always kisses his shoe before the match starts. Alright, sorry, this was a stupid example. Rule number 3 for facts. Something that is always true, and that's how it also links to the 2 previous rules. Alright, and some examples. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. He is a teacher. He works at a primary school. Water boils in 100 degrees Celsius. Now, rule number 4, state verbs. State verbs are the ones that describe what we experience as opposed to what we do. So we don't do them, we experience them, let's say. Some examples could be want, need, know, like, understand, and so on. I like chips. She needs grammar. We don't know each other very well. Well, some students make mistakes in this by putting them into present continuous tense. So never say I'm understanding it, Say instead, I understand it. Rule number 5. To narrate a story. If you find yourself sitting in a bar and telling a story that happened to you the day before, you can use present simple to make it sound even more interesting. It's a common practice. So instead of using past tenses, you can do something like this. I walk my dog in a park. Suddenly, I hear a scream. I think to myself, it's a woman in need. I throw myself into action. I start running, take a turn, and I see... You can finish this story however you like. Rule number 6 states that you can use present simple tense with a future meaning when it involves timetables, schedules, or programs. An example? What time does your plane leave tomorrow? Oh, it leaves at 7:55. Don't be late, the movie starts at 5 in the afternoon. Don't worry, see you at the cinema. I have only 3 lessons tomorrow. I finish at 1 in the afternoon. Alright guys, that's enough of that. I think we've covered the most important rules concerning present simple, but if you have any questions or would like me to elaborate, then you can put your questions in the commentary section or ask me on our group English Briefly Learn, Speak, Comment on Facebook. Thanks so much for watching, see you in the next video, have fun with present simple, make some examples and tell me how it goes. Bye everybody!